The Grand Malibu Resort stretched along 3 miles of coast, white arcades flashing blue off the Pacific. Palms combed the breeze, infinity pools stitched to the horizon. It was a place people whisper about, which made our backseat talk feel like a joke. "Maya, we booked the least expensive room," Mom, Diane said, turning with her familiar worry. "It's nice, just not oceanfront like ours." "That's thoughtful," I said, knees against Noah's duffel. Dad, Paul, took us up the drive. "We checked ocean views for you two," he added. $800 a night. We figured you'd rather save." $800, I echoed. "At least your standard was $300, Mom said. "Practical for your situation." My situation. At 28, I was the family charity case, the daughter who chose art. Meanwhile, the resort had cost me $340 million 2 years back. I kept my smile steady. "The point is, we're together. 30 years deserves a weekend like this." Noah whistled at the pools. Lena narrated the landscaping. My parents squeezed hands, pleased with the splurge. Pride and guilt braided tight. They were stretching to taste a world I'd built, and I'd let them think I was scraping by. Valets in whites opened our doors. I knew 3 by name and pretended I didn't. Inside, the lobby did what I designed: steal breath without shouting. We reached the desk where Nina, the manager, looked up, almost placed me. I gave the smallest shake. Keys clicked. A pause. The back office door opened. Graham Ellery, the general manager I'd recruited from the Ritz, stepped out, his gaze on me. I felt the old decision rise, then settle. No more hiding this weekend. "Miss Rivers," he said. "Welcome back." Graham's voice carried over the marble. "Shall I ready the penthouse as usual?" Mom blinked. Dad's hand froze on the printout. I stepped in. "Graham, this is my family. We're here for my parents' anniversary." Understanding lit his face. "Then we'll treat the Rivers party as our most honored guests." He turned to Nina. "Please upgrade their rooms to the top floor." "It's not necessary," Mom whispered. "It's appropriate," Graham said gently, then to Dad. "Your daughter owns the Grand Malibu." Silence opened like a window to the surf. Lena's mouth fell open. Noah swore under his breath. I guided everyone to a sofa. "I should have told you sooner." Dad sat slowly. "Maya, is this true?" "Yes, 18 properties. This one is our flagship." "How?" Mom asked, not angry, bewildered. "I started at Marriott after college, learned fast. I bought a failing inn in Sonoma with my savings and a loan, renovated, filled it, refinanced, rolled the equity into the next place. 6 years of rinse and repeat. I kept it private because I needed room to decide, not to be your promise me you'll be safe daughter." Noah rubbed his jaw. "You let us split checks because you thought it was simpler. Because I wanted your love unhooked from money." Lena's eyes shone. "You could have trusted us." "I should have. I'm sorry." Graham returned with keys. "Presidential for your parents. Oceanfront suites for Lena and Noah. Miss Rivers, the penthouse is ready." I looked at Mom. "I'll go wherever you want me." Mom exhaled, half laugh, half sob. "Stay with us. Then tell us everything. Over dinner, not in a lobby." "Good," I said. "Our chef does a tasting tonight. I can finally order the wine I picked." We unpacked in the presidential suite, my mother touching orchids, my father testing the balcony rail. I phoned the restaurant, confirmed the tasting, added a note. "Anniversary, no caviar for Mom, and bring the 1998 vintage." At dinner, the room burned gold with sunset. Courses arrived like small stories: sea urchin custard, grilled abalone, dry-aged ribeye. I let the sommelier pour and told everything: the first in, the sleepless renovations, the payroll I floated, the winter I sold my car to cover linens. Their faces moved from shock to comprehension to something warmer. Dad cleared his throat. "I pictured you hungry in a studio. You were building a world." "I should have trusted you sooner," I said. Mom took my hand. "You stayed our Maya even while becoming someone astonishing. That's what matters." Lena laughed, teary. "I'm never picking the restaurant again." Noah grinned. "I'm never arguing about the check again." We toasted. To 30 years, to beginnings that didn't look like beginnings, to simple rooms and secret plans that grew ceilings. The knot I'd carried loosened. Later, on the penthouse terrace, the ocean ran its rehearsal. I showed them the operations dashboard on my phone, the occupancy tick. Dad leaned in, interested, not anxious. Mom leaned on my shoulder. "Are you happy?" she asked. "I wake up excited," I said. "Proof." Wind lifted the palms. Below, laughter braided with surf. I pictured the girl in Sonoma, counting receipts by lamplight, and sent her thanks. Then I turned to my family. Their faces open in my son, and knew the privacy I'd mistaken for safety had served its purpose. I didn't need it anymore.